Gang, we have a very important announcement to make. Earlier in the program, the 2010 Benjamin Franklin Award for Courageous Journalism was presented to Naomi Denneberg on behalf of her husband, Herb Denneberg. Because of her health, her declining health, we had to move up her portion, or at least her receiving the award, so that we could get her in and out, so to speak. And many of you were here for that. Herb Denneberg was our keynote speaker last year. Tom Rice, who was the 2009 winner of the Benjamin Franklin Award for Courageous Journalism, could not join us today. However, that award is being shared this afternoon. We have the area's, Philadelphia's area's only, but also best conservative talk show host. And when I say that, it's with a little trepidation, because I know there are a few in Wilmington and a few in Trenton. However, the winner of this award is a personal friend of mine. He is someone who, whenever our side is attacked, it's heartwarming to know that he is on the other end of the line. He's on the airwaves defending our position. I can say to you that I did have a prepared text for this afternoon, for this presentation, but however, I misplaced it in my rush to get here. And I think Don will understand that there's really nothing I can say about his resume that hasn't already been known by most of the people that would be here today. You all hear him day in and day out. He is the big talker. He's the heart of the city. He's the heart of the conservative movement in the region. We love Dom Giordano, and if any of you are really good listeners, you'll know that probably the least favorite of Dom's founding fathers, for whatever reason, I've never really understood, is Benjamin Franklin. So it's with great irony that we present, the Independent Tall Tea Party Association presents to Dom Giordano the 2010 Benjamin Franklin Award for Courageous Journalism. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Don. Only in America can Dom Giordano, if you listen to me frequently, you know I do have a bit of antagonism toward Ben Franklin, but accepting it from you guys and from Don, this will go in a place of honor in my office at the Big Talker 1210. And I thank Don for something else today, and I'll be brief, which is hard for, as you know, bloviating talk show hosts. We're wound up even on July 4th, and we can talk and fill 4 hours a day or more. I thank Don today because I don't have to follow people like Ed Trzanski, who you see in Inside Story, and Joey Vento. That was my stipulation. I don't want to follow either one of them. You can't follow them. It's like following a kids act up here. So thank you, Don, for doing that. And a shout out to all Tea Party members here. If you heard a recent show, there was a list by Town Hall magazine, townhall.com, conservative website, of the 100 people that the left hates the most. Now you guys, the average Tea Party going person, the person that supports the movement, we're only in 7th place out of 100. What's wrong with you? You only got 7th place. You did beat out Sean Hannity and others, which tells you somehow or another you must really get the juices flowing. 7th place. Rush, Glenn Beck, Sarah Palin were the people that were ahead of you. But on to next year. Maybe you'll make the top 5 next year. Now, that doesn't mean that Tea Party people don't get some people on the alleged right, or Republicans, or as they're known as Lindsey Grahamnesty. In today's New York Times, and my son pointed this out to me, the magazine section, Lindsey Graham is in here talking a lot about the Tea Party movement, something that he doesn't seem to know too much about. And he tells the New York Times this movement will fade because you people and Dom Giordano have no vision for the country. Lindsey Graham does, we don't. He says, he told Tea Party people, if you take back the country that you want to take back, What are you going to do with it then? And there was silence. I don't know what Tea Parties are like in South Carolina, but I can imagine this group with Lindsey Graham. I don't think there would be silence for too long. I think our vision of the country is the Constitution, where we are today. That's the vision. That's what we're about. And I think that we would answer Lindsey Graham by saying this movement is not going away because it's not made up of paid political consultants, $1,000 an hour lawyers, politicians and others, with all due respect to some politicians that are here today. But it's made up of grassroots people, and I've been honored to witness, since last April, those very first events, and not just the main Tea Party gathering in downtown Philadelphia, but the scattered ones all over the place that may have been 10, 50, 100 people, who knows how many. One of my greatest honors, it's on my resume, is I got to play Dr. Benjamin Rush in December of this year. Now, the fact that he founded the first insane asylum was an added touch to the resume. Mental illness, Dom, watch it, not a insane asylum. But the Tea Party movement here locally, I think, should be commended. Don and Terry and Rich Davis and hundreds of others that I don't know everyone's name, because you've gotten it right. You've done events like this. More importantly, you get it. We have to win in November. We have to stop. We have to stop this runaway federal government that can spend trillions of dollars but can't figure out how to stop some oil from reaching shore. My son and I, a couple weeks ago, maybe you saw it, watched the Mike Huckabee show on Fox News Channel. He must have had a dozen guys on, from a sheriff with straw to another guy with a liquid that stopped oil. Somehow or another, Joe Biden and the boys don't know anything about these things, and the oil relentlessly comes toward shore. I would say more than any incident that I've seen to any reasonable people, when we see the federal government in Louisiana, what we see are the Coast Guard telling people, stop sucking up the oil, you don't have enough life vest. Not the Coast Guard bringing them life vests and getting it the hell out of the way so they can stop the oil from reaching the shore. This, in essence, is the narrative of big government and what big government will do. And as long as the Tea Party movement sticks to lower taxes, smaller government, liberty, freedom, the kinds of things we're celebrating, family today, the Tea Party movement will prosper. And I'm here to tell you, as someone who watches this closely, you guys in the Philadelphia area are doing it among the best in the country. You're exactly on point, supporting people like John Runyon and others. This is the ticket to win in November. Thanks for the award today, particularly not because of Ben Franklin, but because of Herb Denenberg. Herb Denenberg was a guy who was one of our greatest muckrakers, one of our greatest journalists. I'm honored to receive the award in conjunction with Herb Denenberg. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me today. Keep listening to the Big Talker 1210. Thank you.